Well, I came back to Roncalli in '83, and I stayed there for 15 years then at that time. And so I was able to build on what I knew from my beginning there. And I saw it as a school that, as you say, it is a very diverse community, very family oriented, very individually attentive to each student and their needs. And I saw the students really overcoming the difficulties that maybe the space didn't provide enough. For example, we didn't have a good track, so they would run the hallways after school. Or if the roof was leaking, we would put kiddie pools out on the floor to catch the water. But the kids used it as a penny drop. Like, and so it's like they knew how to adapt, and I think the teachers knew how to adapt. And one of the principals that I had at the time said, get your plans done, but always have a plan B in the back pocket. And I think that's what Roncalli has done over all these years of saying, this is working. We don't know how long it will work, but let's see what we can vision, what's going to come next. And so there's always a newness, but there's that concrete sense of belonging that never goes away.
I admired her for her vocation. She was a pleasant person, always happy to be with, loved the students, and loved being here at Roncalli. Roncalli was here for her to minister to. And that's another thing. She was a disciple, she was a minister, she was a teacher, she would help people as they needed it.
Sister Margaret was always the most patient, even-keeled teacher that I have probably ever had. And I remember a lot of the times that we would just be having class discussions, and sometimes our class would get a little rowdy, but she never ever lost her temper. She never thought like, oh, you guys are just sarcastic idiots. She was always really patient with everybody and challenged us to always do our best and to think deeply and to really dive into the literature that we were reading, and encouraged us to always do our very best work.
You just don't walk through 4 years of Roncalli. You take Roncalli with you into your life. And I think that's what I've done from my experience of teaching. I always say my family comes first, and then my Notre Dame sisters, and then Roncalli. And after that, we'll see what I add to it in the meantime. But that's my priority right now.
At Roncalli Catholic, we really speak about and value family, and Sister Margaret really embodies what that is. She goes from being far more than just a teacher or a member of our board of directors, but really she embodies what it means to be family, to be with our students and families, wherever they are in life. It's not unheard of to see Sister Margaret at a funeral of an alumni or somebody that played an important role in our community. She truly spends countless hours in prayer, and I can only imagine all the graces that have been poured upon our school due to her time in prayer and service. She truly is a blessing to our school.
I feel Margaret's life is all about service to others, and her ability to touch the lives of her students have been so evident just in the way that she talks about her students, the way she has shared with how she remains connected to the students, and not just the students, but to the families of the students. Her love for Roncalli is so deep and so wide.
I would say to, again, my family that are here, my sisters and the Roncalli staff and students and alums and parents, how very grateful I am to having walked with me through my life in many different ways, and to thank them for helping me see a world larger than myself, and to stand up and speak for this family that is Roncalli, and to work for it wholeheartedly. So my heart's full of gratitude today, and I'm very grateful to everybody, and for especially the support in so many different ways.